Start over.
One morning, or
Do you remember the day?
no, it was the summer of 1969.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one morning or early afternoon. There was some knocks at my door. They wanted me to go to Rick Marino's garage and put my drums in my wooden wagon and go to the garage and play some live band music, make some music.
You know, hold on, back up. You put your drums in a wagon. You put your starter set drums in a wagon.
In cardboard boxes and plastic bags in a wagon.
And hauled them how far?
6 blocks.
And that's from where you lived as a kid?
To Rick Marino's garage.
Okay.
And
where'd you live as a kid?
with my parents,
Obviously, but like what street? Do you remember?
Borley,
Okay. Spell that.
Borley.
Okay. And then you take your drums out your house. Mom and Dad know you're leaving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mom and Dad aren't around anymore, are they?
No, they're deceased.
Okay. Do you have any family members anywhere?
No.
No. Okay. Alright. So you take your wagon and your drums in the wagon and you go over to Rick Marino's and you play in the garage.
On
On
Lawrence Street,
On Lawrence.
East Lawrence, and I met Mark Farner, the singer-guitar player of Grand Funk Railroad. He said he
Who
wanted.
knocked on your door?
One of the Marino boys, Rick Patterson, Ralph Vandergriff, and somebody else.
So a few people are at your door.
Yes, there was 3, 4.
How'd you know? Just grew up together?
Yeah, we grew up together and played musical instruments.
Okay. So your friends show up and
Yeah.
take you to this guy
Yeah.
at your friend's house. How do your friends know him? Mark Farner.
Don't know.
You don't know how they knew Mark Farner.
No.
So how does Mark Farner know you then?
Because I was one of the people that thought up the name of the group.
Grand Funk Railroad?
Yeah, after Grand Trunk Railroad tracks.
Had you met Mark Farner before that day?
No.
So you show up to your friend's house with a man to play for a man you haven't met before.
Right.
On a recording.
Mm-hmm.
In a garage.
With rented thousands of dollars, more than $3,000 worth of a guitar and
it's all his equipment other than your drums. Other than your drums, it's all his and his other bandmates' equipment.
Yes.
Okay, so you only brought your drums.
Right.
And everything else is his. And he has a bunch of recording equipment set up in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And you do 2 songs.
Yes.
Right? I Want Freedom and Feelin Alright.
In that order.
In that order, okay.
In that order.
Alright. And you're saying that they used that recording in their album, which they produced and sold. Produced by Terry Knight.
Yes.
Did you ever meet Terry Knight?
No.
So you never even met the producer of the album?
No. Wow. Those 2 songs, I Want Freedom and Feelin Alright, was on U93 radio. I gave Grand Funk Railroad its first good start. The 2 songs played on U93 FM radio
Now,
in South Bend, Indiana.
Why do you claim you gave them a good start?
Because they made demo records of it, of the
Okay.
8-track
Yeah.
reel-to-reel tape recordings. There was 2 8-track recorders. One to record everything, and one was for background music.
Did you sign the contract the same day as you recorded?
Yes. This is a little hard to explain, but I can explain it. My drummer's throne seat swiveled, and the contract agreement was a long oblong piece of paper in a metal box, and they came up to me on the drum set to sign it, and it was wiggling and jiggling in the air. I mean, somebody,
So they're holding it in their hand and just be like, sign it.
I was to sign my name on the right dotted line beside my name, and I did it incorrectly and signed on his wife's dotted line.
Okay.
Because me and the box that the contract was on, that the piece of paper that I was signing was wiggling and jiggling. And it was kind of dark inside the garage.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't...
It wasn't a bright garage.
No, there wasn't
Much light.
much light.
Okay. So, would you say that you signed under duress? Did anyone threaten you with anything if you didn't sign?
Yes, Mark Farner threatened me that I'm sued.
You're sued if you don't sign.
And wouldn't get no rights and no money for it. And
Well, that's not duress. I'm talking about, did he threaten you with physical violence or anything?
oh no.
He didn't threaten to come to your house and bother you or anything?
No.
He just said you need to sign it right or you're not getting paid.
He said he'd give me the benefit of the doubt at the very beginning. And I accidentally signed on the wrong dotted line. Plus, I didn't know how to play the drums to that song. So I stopped playing. So let me explain this. I stopped playing the drums, and he asked me why. And then he was explaining and humming how the song went, and I said a cuss word. I said F-U-C-K-U.
You said fuck you?
Yeah.
So you cursed at him?
No, I didn't say fuck you. I said fuck. And he said once more again that I'm sued.
So you're on a recording, but it's not a live show in front of people. Now you said fuck on the recording. What was he trying to? What does he mean by you're sued? Because I don't think he meant you're sued. I think he meant if you say that and we produce it, we can be sued.
No money for playing the drums for him. Received no money ever in my lifetime. Promise threat saying I'm sued. Not once, but twice.
I think what he meant by that wasn't that he's going to sue you, but that if he takes that and produces it, you could be sued. I think he meant like you're sued if we put that out. I think that's what he meant. Because that's probably the law back then.
I don't know. However, I'm on Google, YouTube. Anybody can take anybody. I noticed that me and Grand
Now,
Funk
here's-
Railroad was on everybody's phone and TV.
Yeah.
Google owns YouTube, radio, and TV.
Grand Funk Railroad is a popular band.
It hit me in the face in my apartment. It shook me up. It woke me up. What? What? I went to neighbors, other tenants in the building that had cable or you know that TVs, and we watched. I had them play the two songs. I Want Freedom and Feelin Alright, and watching Grand Funk videos and other band videos, and I got so mad. I left my apartment, and I'm never going back home until I die.
So everyone in town kept it quiet from you.
They're all liars.
They all kept it quiet from you.
They all kept it quiet, and they're all liars.
Now that is highly
that
is highly emotionally
now
damaging.
the drummer is
John
supposed
Brewer.
to be dead.
He's not dead.
Well, if he ain't dead, somebody told me a lie.
Why is everyone lying to you? Why is everyone?
They told me, liars told me that the Grand Funk Railroad group re-recorded those two songs and drum reproduced or copycatted me, my drumming.
There is an article I found about that where Don Brewer was saying he had to put like soft wet towels on his drum set to re-record to make his drum sound softer. Probably because he had a nicer drum set than you. And he went and re-recorded. So what if he did go and re-record it and just made his drums to sound like this? Well, this is also an argument Don Brewer could make.
I've investigated, I've examined
The audio?
downloading, going through Google and YouTube. I've downloaded into a recorder MP3 player, and I've came across a couple vinyl record albums. I do not no longer have them, and had built a turntable and listened to them. Oh, it's me. Excuse me. It's definitely me that is playing the drums to what you and everybody is listening to today. From summer of 1969. You can't convince me that it's not me. Nobody's gonna. That is me. I was the drummer to I Want Freedom and Feelin Alright. Now they say the tapes has been remastered. That to me is an explanation for remaster taping a remaster tape with special electronic equipment, extra enhancing extra filters to make the original recordings from the garage, 8-track reel to reel, sound better. Nowadays you think of everything, the not only the loudness, the volume, the tones, you think of the echoes, and you think of stuff, noises in the background singers and stuff, and you figure out a way to enhance it and filter it. Nowadays you can take music and...
Well, look, this is getting off track here.
Yeah,
So
okay.
getting back on track. So you show up, you bring your drums, you play the 2 songs.
Right.
He comes up with a contract, you sign it wrong.
Right.
You start recording again, you stop playing the drums.
Yeah.
He trying to talk to you, you say fuck, he says you're sued.
Yeah.
And then what after that? Does he like kick you out the garage?
No,
So he says you're sued, but then you go back to finishing the recordings.
We played the 2 songs.
So you finished the recordings.
Yeah.
Alright. What does he say before y'all leave? What happened? Does he say he's gonna follow up with you?
The police came for
loud noise?
For disturbing the public, the
So
loud.
y'all were loud.
Loud
So the
noise.
neighbors called the cops.
We were loud.
So the neighbors called the cops.
Yes.
There's a police report. You didn't tell me that.
Well, there might not be a police report. Maybe there could be a police report.
Did you get booked for it? Did they take you to jail about it?
No.
No, they just told you to turn the fuck down.
No, the police were nice.
Okay.
It was Mark Farner that talked to the police.
Yeah, you can't. He's an adult at that point.
I was a 14-and-a-half-year-old minor, and he took advantage of me, of a minor, and they came knocking at my door.
Why they come knocking?
And then they tell me, man, I'm sued, and I ain't getting no money.
I think you're kind of not connecting it exactly how I think it is. But you still owed in a way. So what I'm saying is, when they said you're sued, they didn't mean you're actually getting sued, or you would have gone to court, and you would have had to get your parents would have had to get an attorney for you. You didn't actually get sued. They were trying to give you a warning. Don't say fuck on recordings, because that's the law back then. Alright? Yeah. What's the other thing I was going to say? So, and then the other thing, you signed the contract wrong, but he didn't try to fix that. He didn't make a new copy for you or anything.
Nope. No way.
Yeah.
No.
So, and he did tell you that if you don't sign a contract, you're not getting paid. However, he did not do due diligence. He did not give you due diligence to make sure of that. He didn't make sure you signed a contract. He's just like, oh, he signed it wrong. Cool, piss off.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that's a gray area, but that's the case right now. Okay, so the cops show up, y'all shut it down, and you go home, right?
I don't know when the cops came. All I know is the police came and Mark Barner was the one that was doing the talking.
I'm just asking for like order of events. So do y'all leave? Do y'all go home after the police show
Oh
up?
yeah, we all went our own ways, broke up and went our own ways after
So you
we
go
got
back
the
home.
music recorded.
So how long is it before you find out that he's produced it and not paying you?
When the 2 songs went on U93 radio in South Bend, and I go,
How how long?
That's me.
Yeah, but how long after? How long after the recording till then? How long from recording to radio?
Was just a short time.
Like a few weeks?
I don't know. I used to live at home with my parents and sleep a lot.
So it was U93.
Radio, FM radio. Yeah, right away. They
In
must have
South
made
Bend.
demo records, vinyl records, 45s, and it played. Ain't that how radio stations played it? By vinyl demo records back in them days?
Mhm.
They didn't have CDs, did they? No.
So you hear it on the radio, right? And you just hear the 2 songs? Do you hear the whole album?
Just them 2 songs.
So all you heard in your town was those 2 songs on U93.
Yeah, they haven't. Mark Farner. Oh yeah, Mark Farner promised that those 2 songs would go on vinyl record print.
So before you signed the contract.
When they made their album, put their first album out, those 2 songs would be on the album. He promised that.
Okay, I think that sums up that order of events. Have you ever spoken with Mark Farner since that day?
No,
Why not? Couldn't find him? What about your friends? Did you ask them about it? The Marinos? You didn't even talk to the Marinos about it?
People didn't like me much. They refused to do anything good for me in my favor.
Why is
They
that?
just acted like it was nothing. Oh well,
Why is that?
you got burnt.
Why does no one care about you?
Your problem, you got burnt. Not my fault.
So you think they're just selfish?
I don't know.
What I'm saying is like that'll be, kind of another question is the relationship between you and these people. They weren't your family members, they weren't your closest friends.
No.
They were people who didn't like you to begin with is what you're saying.
Yeah. Correct.
You where I'm going with that one?
What? Anyways, 50 years went by. I'm 67 and a half years old right now. And I was 14. I sold my drums at 15 years old for $25. And the seat I was sitting on, the drummer's throne. And drumsticks for $25. I gave up being a musician and said there's no future in it.
Because you were heartbroken.
My heart was.
So emotional damage. Those
My,
are things you can
my
bring
heart
up in court.
became cut up liver.
Those are things you can bring up in court as emotional damage.
My heart became chopped liver or a glass figurine
What I'm saying.
smashed on the
So
floor.
you never spoke with Mark Farner. You never asked
No.
anyone for help. What about your
No.
parents? Did you tell your parents?
My parents wanted to give me freedom and stay out of my affairs.
Did you talk to them about it?
No.
So you did not even tell your parents that this happened.
they knew. They found out.
Okay.
They knew.
So you didn't tell them, but they found out.
Well, several times I'd put my drums in a wooden wagon and go around town and play live band music until the cops came. And with different guitar players.
So it was kind of the thing is y'all go around jamming.
Yeah, I went
Like
around. We all
'Cause
went
that's one
around
thing I noticed
jamming.
about the album. Is there's many different people. It's not just one band member for each position.
Oh, well, we was supposed to have been the first original Grand Funk Railroad group. Mark Farner, me, Ralph Vandergriff, Rick Patterson, and Yancey.
No, I can't find this Yancey. I can't find any record of her. I can't find Yancey.
When I signed on the wrong dotted line, oh, my idiotic childhoodness. Anyways, when I signed the contract wrong, Mark Farner turned to Ralph Vandergriff, Rick Patterson, and Yancey. Ralph Vandergriff and Rick Patterson, guitar players, Yancey, organist, keyboardist, and said, of course you guys, this goes bad on you, too. So I got blamed and held responsible for us not being the original Grand Funk Railroad group. That we would bust up, and I'm sued. And nobody talked to me about it. Is anybody still alive? Did anybody get any money from Mark Farner and Grand Funk Railroad? Because I have not.
Mark Farner has $16 million.
Well,
he has a nice estate out in.
Yeah, he just gives charity money away. And
that's what I'm saying. If you mention, that's what I'm saying. You know, it might be that he's just a kind enough guy to give you some money. Hopefully.
Well, I'd like to settle this out of court. I don't. If necessary, I need an attorney and a special prosecutor. On my side of the story.